As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the New Mexico Lobos. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lobos offense as they take control of the football first. And for the first time in this game, we get a look at big Dorian Fleming. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. You want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. And Dave, we've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Look out! Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Lobos.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the sophomore running back. He's coming off a game in which the plan was basically give him the ball, let him score a touchdown. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. First play of this drive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, New Mexico.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence.
Flying down the left side. Past the 10. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box.
He bullies his way into the end zone for a touchdown. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Pulled and finds his man on the left. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. The Lobos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here he goes. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Throws to the wideout. Left side is Sullivan. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Got an alley. Enough to move the chains. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Lobos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll go back to work on offense. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Wants to throw on first. Back's got it on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Stop right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Selling the fake. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It is good, and that lead grows even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They're testing the right side here. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. Here's a little room there. Running inside the 20. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football, and he makes play after play.
Looking for the end zone. Into their happy place for a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And the Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. 2nd down, going to throw it. Between the hashes, it's Smith. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll run the screen. Turning it on. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Lobos are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They go to the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Out wide left, it's Smith. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. Just smothered on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Flush to the left. Blasted as he lets it go. Left side is Bush. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, you gotta love when your offenses start to get to this point and they see coverages. They understand cover 2. Cornerback wants to sit in the flats. Safety in the middle of the field. Where's the hole? How can I...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the touchdown, New Mexico. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run it. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. See some running room. There's some room. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Drops back on 1st down. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Coming to the line for 2nd and goal, and what will be the last play of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They couldn't get it done with the run, and time is going to expire, and a missed opportunity in the red zone. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Hey guys, I can tell you that the home team coach told me at the half, he is not surprised this running back hit the Heisman pose in that mid-celly. He said he is continuing to be such a big, dominant figure on the field. He loves that he's got the confidence to strike the pose, but more importantly, have the kind of ground game that deserves all that attention. We'll see if he keeps it up here in the second half. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Long way to go on second down. Handoff from the gun. Pass to 6. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Second and long here. They'll go to the air. Rushes on. Gets rid of it.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. They've got a third down and manageable from right around midfield. Push is ahead. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
On fourth. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll ride him again. Down he goes.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Keeps it himself. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Lobos send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the offense onto the field again. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They only need about the length of the football to convert on 2nd down. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The give. Breaks the tackle. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him, and he avoids the sack.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Sullivan. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Turns it upfield. Touchdown, Lobos! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. Turning it on. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the left side. All the way in for the touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Lobos sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Reese?
All right, Holly. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Lobos are marching down the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Flips it out in the flat. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. The give as they work on that clock. Swarmed under, 5-yard loss on the play.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. And the Lobos will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. There he goes. Inside the 50. Past the 30. Past the 20. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day.
Jack.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Heaves it on the run. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's what...
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Pulls it. Keeps it on the option. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, New Mexico! They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Trying to slam in. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Number 97, set to kick this one away.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Uh-oh, look out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge all week long. They knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sees a crease. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
To have any chance to pull this game out, they have to convert on 4th down here late in the 4th. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Trying to get rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Sees an alley. He steps out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. Great awareness there on that run.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Lets it fly deep downfield. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down. With yet another